So the first thing we're going to do, as with any look, is apply a primer. Using a good primer or base will prevent your eyeshadow from creasing, which will allow for longer wear time. I'm using Too Faced Shadow Insurance, and I applied it to my upper lid all the way to my brow and along my lash line. Next, using my normal Maxine's mop brush that I always use, I applied Mehron's Paradise Aqua Color in Silver to my upper lid, up to my crease, and then blended it out. This step is actually completely optional, so if you don't have the Mehron Silver Aqua Color, don't worry about it. I use this to help to brighten up the silver, but it's not really that necessary if you don't have it. Once I got the Mehron Silver blended, I applied silver from the Ben Nye Lumiere palette over the Mehron Silver. If you don't have the Ben Nye Lumiere palette, MAC's Electra eyeshadow will work as a great substitute. To apply the eyeshadow, I used my MAC 252 brush, but use any sort of brush that you're comfortable with using, like the Maxine's Mop, the 213. I just prefer the 252 for this. Now we're going to start on working on defining the crease. I started with MAC Silver Ring eyeshadow, and I used my MAC 217 brush. Apply Silver Ring starting at the outer corner of your eye and blend upward into your crease. And after that, to really add depth to your crease, apply MAC Typographic to the outer corner and blend it into your crease. I used my MAC 217 brush again, but if you're kind of hesitant and would like to use a lighter brush, you can use your MAC 224. Just always make sure that you start in the outer corner of your eye and blend inward with a circular motion. This will make sure that the darkest area of your eye will actually be your outer corner and not somewhere in the middle of your eye where, it really shouldn't be. For a highlight, I used MAC Brule eyeshadow. I applied Brule with a blending brush made by Face Secrets, and that's literally what it's called, a blending brush. Apply Brule to your brow bone and lightly blend it downwards with Typographic and Silver. This will just help to create that light gradient effect of the colors all fading one into another. And last but not least for eyeshadow, apply Typographic along your lower lash line. I used my MAC 231 brush and I started at the outer corner and I blended it inward. For lining the upper lash line, I used MAC Black Track Fluid Line. You can use any sort of black eyeliner that is your favorite. If you prefer a pencil, if you prefer a liner, a liquid liner, go with whatever you're comfortable with. I just prefer to use my Black Track Fluid Line along with my 231 brush. Now the next part of the look, this part here, is where the glitz and glam of Vegas comes into play. Apply a silver glitter to your lid and apply it over all the silver eyeshadow. There are many ways that you can do this step. I myself used a homemade mixing medium and a sponge applicator to apply MAC Silver Glitter along my upper lid. You can use eyelash glue, you can use a mixing medium. I mean, if you have a way that works for you to get glitter to stick to your face and it doesn't harm your face and it's non-toxic, then go for it. There are quite a few tutorials on here where people use different techniques. I will say this though, using a sponge applicator to apply your glitter helps to limit the amount of glitter fallout that you have on your face, especially if you use it in a patting motion. Apply some false eyelashes. I have a tutorial on this, and there's tons and tons of tutorials on applying false lashes. Once you get your false lashes set though, make sure that you apply your mascara using a back and forth motion, and this will help to weave in your real lashes with your false lashes so they all look like one set of lash. Now if you have a white eyeliner, go ahead and line the inner rim of your lower lash line, also known as your waterline. I couldn't find mine at the time, so I just used a matte white eyeshadow. And don't forget to apply some mascara to your lower lash line as well. Finish up the rest of your makeup. Your foundation, do your contouring if you contour your face at all. Apply some blush, which for my blush I used Mineralized blush in Nuance. I always tend to wear that color because it's just a personal favorite of mine. And now we're going to do the lips. Normally, with such a dramatic eye, you wouldn't wear bright red lipstick, but the song is called Waking Up in Vegas, not waking up in some sweet little innocent southern town like Greenbow, Alabama. So, go ahead and line your lips. I used MAC Brick Red Lip Liner, and whenever you wear a bright red lipstick like this, you want to line your lips. Do not skip that step because lining your lips helps to keep the lipstick from bleeding out beyond your lip area and making it look like you just have lipstick smeared all over your face. It also helps if you apply the lipstick with a lip brush too, like I did. I'm using a MAC Ruby Woo lipstick and I applied it with a lip brush. So it really, really does help to keep the lip from bleeding. And that's it for the look. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you guys later.